Hey Ranger fans, this is the Golden Green Ranger back with another video. Sorry, it's been like 2, 3 weeks since I did a video. Been super busy with work and family stuff and all that good stuff. But I've been wanting to do this video. However, I've been kind of hesitant at the same time to do this video. So I'm going to go ahead and do it and then decide later if I want to upload it because I can do that. So first things first, like I said, thanks to anybody that has been following me since the beginning. Very much appreciative. Thank you to everybody that's come aboard later. I know I got a lot of subscribers from my Lost Galaxy video. Thanks for coming through. But that's not kind of what I want to talk about. Anybody that's been watching me for a while knows I don't really like to get into Rangers' personal life. By that, I mean the actors behind the Rangers. Just because I feel like some random YouTuber, it's none of my business to talk about what's going on in people's personal lives. I'll talk about the characters all day, but I'm not going to really talk about what goes on behind their closed doors. I've met a couple Rangers and I've done a couple interviews with some Rangers, and they all seem like generally really nice people, and it's really, really cool. And I even thanked Jason David Frank and the past one for giving me an interview, and two for just being a really, really cool, awesome guy that really seems to embrace the Ranger community. And same thing with Jason Font, who was amazing in an interview. I know you guys got like a 5-minute interview with me, but he actually ended up like talking to me and my family for a good while, and joking around with us. So just really pleasurable guy. But the point being, you know, as fun as that was, I still, if they're in the news for a certain reason, I don't really want to talk about that. I'm usually very vague when personal things interfere in the show. Another example would be I talked about Kendrix and Lost Galaxy leaving. I know why she left, and a lot of people in the comments wanted to point out why she left the show. And it involved her health, and I didn't want to get into it because, like I said, that's her personal business as an individual. It has nothing to do with the character on the show. The character was written off a different way. So that's why it's been so hard to kind of talk about what I want to talk about. So I'm going to avoid as much as I can to get into something personal, but we know that the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers is coming up very soon, which I'm really excited for. Huge Power Ranger fan my entire almost existence. I started watching the show in 93 when I was like 6 or 7, I think. And I've been a fan since. I mean, I might have took a couple years off here and there to stop watching, and then I'd always end up returning back. I know for sure I watched from Mighty Morphin to Time Force without ever taking a break. Just completely watching a show. I missed a couple seasons and then returned in Dino Thunder with Tommy returning to the franchise because who's not going to watch that, and then watched SPD. And then same thing, took a break and then kind of returned back to the franchise, and I watched a few seasons here and there. I went back to finally watch RPM because a good buddy of mine recommended that to me. And of course, that was my cat. Promise my house isn't haunted. And then, of course, I watched Beast Morphers because, I love that season. I think it was really great. I think Nate, the Gold Ranger that season, was awesome. The Red Ranger, Devin, that season was probably one of my favorite Red Rangers I've seen in a long time. So there's that. But like I was saying, next year we're getting our 30th anniversary. And the big rumors are, even though Amy Jo Johnson is saying, nope, not true. But the big rumor is that all the original Rangers are going to return, and they're going to do a Mighty Morphin, 30th anniversary episode devoted to that team, which would be really, really cool. We know David Yost is definitely coming back, which is amazing because David Yost is some of our, what probably in Power Ranger fandom is one of the best Rangers, received Rangers at least. We all love Billy because how long he stayed with the franchise and just his character arc overall. But there has been some things lately that would hint that Austin St. John would not, most likely he's not going to come back for that 30th anniversary. Once again, that was my cat. I don't want to get into why, because like I said, not my business. I know people are probably going to leave it in the comments. That's your prerogative. It's a free country. Do whatever you want. I'm not going to get into why. I just want to say what I would personally do if he's not to return to still do that 30th anniversary. So, for those who, like I said, have been following me for a minute, know I've met a couple Rangers. I've got some interviews with them, between some swag and just Rangers generally being really nice people, offering this tiny YouTuber interview. The first ever Ranger I did meet was Rocky, Steve Kendris. Correct me in the comments and get pissed off at me because I mispronounced his name, but we'll call him Rocky. It was the first ever Ranger I actually met. And it was when I was I'm a small YouTuber. This is when I was like a minute YouTuber with like 3 subscribers. So there was no way I was going to ask him for an interview with nothing to show behind my name. But I did meet him at least, and he was a really generally nice person. He was funny. I know a couple of you, Ranger fans I've met and everything. I've talked about meeting him and how, funny and generally nice he is and how he has long general conversations. And me and him talked for a good while. I ended up bringing my nephew, who wasn't a fan as much as me, and he even talked his ear off about things and how exciting it was. My nephew brought the comic to get signed, and he was talking about the Boom comics and how much he loved that. But one of the things he said that was really interesting was we were talking, and he asked me if I preferred Zeo or Mighty Morphin, and I, being honest, said I preferred Zeo. I think you're a great Blue Ranger. And joking around, he was like, get out. But he was joking because he generally sees himself as the Red Ranger. He said that's the one he identifies the most. And I thought that was really neat, that an actor that's so far removed from the franchise prefers his time under the Red Ranger helmet than he does the Blue Zeo helmet. And I get that, you know what I mean? It's, that was an important staple of the franchise, the Red Ranger. So the fact that he got to be the Red Ranger must have been an awesome moment for him. So the obvious idea would then say, let's bring Rocky back for the 30th anniversary, but I don't think that's a great idea. One, he's too close. He came in season 2 as the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, and to me, that's just going to get people probably complaining that it's not Austin St. John, that it's Rocky. And I don't think, be honest, the way the internet is, hate can be pushed into the wrong direction. It can be pushed towards actors that have nothing to do with it. They just take roles, they take a job like everybody else, and people are like, oh, because I didn't like your character, therefore I hate you and I'm going to bully you off of Twitter. So I don't think him taking up the Red Ranger mantle for season 30 is a good idea. And, the next idea then would be, what about Jason David Frank? He was in Mighty Morphin. He was the original OG Green Ranger. He was the Mighty Morphin White Ranger. Why not bring him back as make him the Red Ranger this season? He can, be the Red Mighty Morphin Ranger for the first time. And I thought that would be an interesting concept as well. However, once again, same deal. Jason David Frank, who I met and interviewed, loves being the Green Ranger. He's so proud of being the Green Ranger. So if he is going to come back for the 30th anniversary, and I don't know if he is, just because when I interviewed him, he was very, I'm doing my own thing right now. He should come back as Mighty Morphin Green. White, maybe, but I would say Mighty Morphin Green is where if he does come back, that's the character he should come back to play again, just to have that suit as well. So, I know what you're thinking. 8 minutes in, I still haven't given my answer on who I think should be the defunct Red Ranger for season 30, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the anniversary episode. If this happens, like I said, there's still rumors up in the air. But then it got me thinking of Johnny Jan Bosch, who played Adam Park in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 2. He became the Black Ranger. He became the Mighty Morphin Black Ninja Ranger in season 3 when they got their new ninja powers. He was Zeo Green, Turbo Green, before getting replaced by Carlos. A lot of people love Adam Park in the Ranger universe, me included. I think he was a really, really cool character. He stayed for a really, really long time, from Mighty Morphin season 2 all the way up into the first half of Turbo. And he even returned a couple times. He returned for one of the best episodes of In Space, Back in Black, where he helped Carlos get his mojo back, if you will, and helped take down a monster, and even morphed into his Mighty Morphin Black suit, which was really cool to see him put his life in danger just to help out. And then we've seen him return in Power Rangers Overdrive. I know a lot of people don't like that season, me included. But But it was really cool to see him come back and lead a team. But I thought, let's take it, a step further. Wouldn't it be cool to see Adam Park finally become a Red Ranger? And there was rumors when Jason David Frank decided to leave the franchise in Turbo, that they were actually thinking of giving Adam the Red Ranger mantle then, which I would have loved to see. With that being said, TJ is my heart. He's one of my favorite Power Rangers of all time. So, of course, I'm generally happy that TJ took the Red Ranger mantle. But to see Adam be handed that opportunity to become the Red Ranger finally in his Power Ranger career, to take the mantle, even if he's not, I'm sure if you're going to, we're not going to have leaders and everything like that, but just to see him don that Red Ranger suit, and be handed that power coin and say, this is something you've earned or something you should have had a long time ago, that would get the conversation pushed off in a different direction. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Hasbro wants to kind of avoid, oh man, what are we going to do with this Red Ranger? So if you give it to a beloved character like Adam Park, who everybody generally really, really likes as a Power Ranger, I think that's going to get the conversation going. Like, holy crap. It's kind of, to me, it's, I'm sure everybody's seen Marvel Endgame now, but that moment when Steve Rogers hand Falcon the shield and, got people buzzing, it was, wow, he picked him to be his replacement, all that. I would kind of love to see that moment. Like, him be handed the red power coin and say, you're the man for the job. And that would be awesome to see him in that spot. Because like I said, it would be a big conversation starter. You could make a Lightning Collection figures from it, Boom Comics. You could do so much in the storyline with it. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hashtag Adam for Red Ranger. If you liked what you heard, and hopefully you did, go ahead and sign off in those comments. Sign off in the comments? I don't know, comment below. Comment below, hit the like button, share the video, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell anybody who's willing to listen. And always, may the power protect you.